Can you all hear me now? Hopefully you can. We are going to be running Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis for MS-DOS. Came out in 1991. Hopefully I can get a good run going for you. This run has a ton of RNG in it. So we will see how this goes. Last time I ran it, I got all the worst RNG, so I'm going to get all the best RNG this time, I'm sure. So we will be starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Our first input is where we start our timer normally. This is just me picking up this newspaper, which we'll use shortly. I'm going to go push some crates over here. And go in the back way to this theater. Talk to the stagehand. Tell him that we want a reading with Sophia. Trying to get to Sophia. Talk to him a couple times, then we're going to give him a newspaper because old white dudes love newspapers. That'll act as a distraction. We'll go off to go read the newspaper. Now we're going to send out this fake ghost and ruin the show.
Go back, you big jack-o'-lantern.
That gets Sophia's attention, and now we can go and have our little chat with Sophia, which we're going to try to skip. Sometimes it does not let us skip this fully. This time it let us skip it fully. And now we're going to go to Iceland with our beautiful map overlay. We're going to do a little trick once we get into this cave. To walk to them and then stop near the entrance. You shouldn't be able to stop near the entrance. You should have to walk all the way there. But we're Indiana Jones and we do what we want. So we stop at the entrance. Got all the information we needed there. Now we're off to the jungle. To call. Say hello to our friendly rodent. Capybara friend. We've got RNG here, but we got decent RNG with the rodent. Alright, say goodbye to the capybara. But now that the snake is gone, we all know Indy hates snakes, we can cross the street. Then Sophia comes around the other side just like, hey, you know you could have just gotten here by just walking around, right? You didn't have to go through the jungle and kill the capybara. But, too late, we already did. We're going to try another skip here. We're going to try to get Sternart to stay out here. And we did it. Normally he walks back into the temple, and it's a big old time loss. While we get the password from the parrot. Now we're going to use Sophia as a distraction.
Okay.
Okay. So that we can go out and steal this dude's kerosene lamp. You won't miss it, it's fine. You also won't notice us using it here in just like a second. We open up the kerosene lamp to get to the oil, and then we're going to use that oil on this snake design so that we can get the design, use it with this head, and then pull the trunk because it's actually a little stone elephant and it opens a secret passage. In very Indiana Jones style. Which Sternart is very, very excited about, except he overlooks the fact that there is a shiny bead in the tomb, which is orichalcum, or a power source for the ancient Atlanteans. We're actually done in the jungle, so we're going to head out of here, and we're going to go back to Iceland. Skip our little map scene. Our friend here is frozen solid, don't worry. He's totally fine. We use the orichalcum to heat up the little snake relic so we can get it out of the ice. And we're going to go trade that for some information on where Plato's Lost Dialogue is, which is thought to lead us to the city of Atlantis. But this dude is a pervy old man, so we're going to have Sophia talk to him first.
What?
I think
Okay, we got to listen to one piece of dialogue here.
The
Dunlop collection. All right, we have to remember that. That is a clue as to where the Plato's Lost Dialogue is. So it could be in a bookshelf that is overturned if it's the Dunlop collection, which is the first thing we're going to check. Is it here?
I believe it's part of the.
It is. All right. Best line in the
Can't
game.
pick that up.
If
It sure is gooey.
sure is gooey. We got some gum from under the desk. And because we know that the book is in the overturned bookcase, we're also going to pick up some coal. We're going to use this gum on the coal chutes so that we can walk up it so it's not too slick. And there's a book in the ceiling, so we're going to throw this coal at it to knock it down. And that is Plato's Lost Dialogue. We got best RNG there. That is the best case RNG. Worst case RNG loses you about 2 to 3 minutes. Now that we have the book, we are going to cross the street over to our office and open the door, but along the way we are going to take a picture of this journal because I need some information from it. I'll be referencing it throughout the run.
I don't. No,
This is where you would normally choose which path you're going to take through the game. There are 3 different paths: team, wits, and fists. We're going to take the fists path. Each path is very, very unique. We're waiting for Alan Trottier to come out. And then translation is the answer. There's a few different questions he can ask there. But we got the correct answer to the question he asked. So we got the card we're going to give to somebody who we think is Omar in the market. Turns out he's not Omar. We're going to go follow him to see if he leads us to Omar. Luckily, he has a bright red hat on and is the only one in the entire town with a bright red hat, and we're the only one with a brown hat, as you'll see shortly. Because there's, yep, there he is. There's us. And we just chase him through the streets. This part is also RNG. It can be as fast as 10-15 seconds, or as slow as 45 seconds. That was fairly average.
Tell me more or die.
We encounter our first Nazi that we're going to knock out by knocking down some hanging crockery. That was Omar there. Omar tells us to take this camel, go find a dig site in the desert. Guess what? More RNG. There are 4 different dig sites. We want it to be the first one, of course. But usually it is not. Usually it's the 4th one for me. So we'll see. if you run into one of these cars, you get into a little encounter. It can be a fight, or you can just walk away. It's usually easier to... Actually, you can't walk away from these. You have to fight these. And then it makes all the rest disappear. So it's not the best RNG. Try second best RNG. The Jeeps are being nice to us at least. Not second best RNG. How about third? Nope. Oh, nope. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Had to make sure I chose the right option there, otherwise it sends me all the way back to the beginning. So we got worst RNG. Which isn't terrible for this part, but it's pretty slow. Now, this is where I'm going to reference my picture that I took. So I'm going to be looking away for a bit. I have a little sheet that helps me calculate some stuff. Okay. Find something in the dark. Find another thing in the dark. Right there. Yes, okay. If you do run this game, I recommend running it in the dark. Do not run with the lights on because your eyes will not be adjusted and you're just clicking in the dark hoping that you are in the right spot. But if your eyes are adjusted because you're playing in the dark, then you're good to go. We're going to break this wall, then we're going to use the peg and put the sunstone on it, and then we are going to click it one time. Pick it back up. And we have another Nazi encounter. Let's get that gun away from him first. And then we'll give him a good old sucker punch. This game does have a fighting mechanic. It has a whole fighting minigame. It is difficult, so we do not do that. We just press the 0 key, and that automatically wins for us. The sucker punch, it beats most fights. But there are some that you cannot sucker punch your way through. We are at another dig site. This one we're going to do some surveying. We're looking for the moonstone. We have the sunstone. We need the moonstone and the world stone still. So this is where we're going to find the moonstone. First, we need this surveyor's kit. If it picks it up, there we go. Now we have a long walk back, so I'm going to consult my handy dandy guide again. And that should be all the inputs that we need. Okay. A very, very long walk here. Then we are going to push some stones. Maybe. Okay. So we did not get best RNG. Let's see if we get second best RNG. Nope. We got worst RNG. We get the fast movement.
I see the left horn.
We did. We got the fast movement.
There's a statue here.
Survey the other horn.
I see the right horn.
Fast movement again.
Hello, what's this? Hey, there's a...
And we got the moonstone. Now we can head out of here. Now we have another puzzle where we use the sunstone and the moonstone. Luckily we got some pretty good RNG on this, so nice and easy. If it does it, there we go. One click on each should do. And yet another Nazi. Time for another sucker punch. Bring our discs along with us. And this is a door skip. We'll see if we get it.
Can't pick that up.
Pick up one head, pick up the next, pick up the third, and we go through the door as it's closing. There we go, we got the door skip. And we're going to whip the statue head here. Gonna make it fall off and fall down onto this pressure plate, which we will then stand on, and that gives us enough weight to use it as an elevator. Sadly, it goes back up without us. However, we get a little staff, and we look behind the waterfall, and there's a chain. So we can climb up this chain in order to get back out. I have to be very careful not to step back on that elevator, because we do not want to go back down there. It's a big old time loss. We're going to replace these stone statue heads onto this shelf. Open up a new passage for us. Push this chalk down. We're going to go down below where that fell. Nope, 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 nope. Back. There we go. There's the Lucas Arts symbol, because ancient Atlanteans had LucasArts games.
Yep.
Pick up this gold box. Open the gold box. Then we're going to use the bead in the gold box. That's going to put that bead away. Close that gold box. That's going to hide any orichalcum from the orichalcum detector, which we're going to be getting soon. First, we're going to push this door down several times.
Did it? Bing.
There we go. And whip across this pit. And now we're going to defeat more Nazis. Squish the first one. Sucker punch the second one.
Hunt, you believe this?
Sucker punch that one.
Come forward.
Sucker punch another one. Next one, not gonna get sucker punched. Next one is a little worse. Gets stalactited. And then we're going to go and just pick up that giant stalactite and put it in our pockets. Using it very shortly. I'm going to use it as a lever to make this boulder roll down. and accidentally block our entrance. We have to go around. Here's another Nazi, but they're a beefy Nazi. We cannot sucker punch this Nazi, so we need to find another way around. So we're going to use the ship rib that we got earlier with the boulder. That's going to lever it down that long tunnel, hopefully taking care of that Nazi for us. And indeed it did. And we're going to take an orichalcum detector from Arnold here.
It's a weird amber fish on a...
And this is big RNG. Oh, we got best RNG. Okay, so you can lose like 3 minutes here to RNG. There are so many different pits. There's like 6 different pits that Sophia can be in. And we got the best RNG there. And Sophia also had the World Stone with her. Now we've got all 3 discs. We can do this final puzzle here. Pick all the discs back up, and we are finally ready to leave this labyrinth. We'll go to Thera. And now we need to go out to the mountains. I'm going to look at my handy dandy picture that I took earlier, and I need to memorize 34 south. That'll come in handy shortly. This next part is also RNG. There are 3 options. There's the gap, the notch, and the ridge, I think. We're going to try the gap first and hope that this is best RNG. Nope. So we're going to try the notch. Alright. Got second best RNG. So there's the tire repair kit is what we needed. All the way up to the mountains for a random tire repair kit. We're going to go back, and this is where we're going to use the 34 south. So we need to go 34 miles south in order to get to the what we believe to be the entrance to Atlantis. We're going to talk to our ship captain here.
You ever hear of Atlantis?
34 south. Takes us out on the boat. We're going to open this. Use the air hose. Then we're going to patch up a hole with the tire repair kit. Put the suit on. And Sophia's going to use the crane to put us into the water so we can go look for this underwater entrance. This is another very, very big RNG section. There are 7 doors. 7. And it's one of them. We don't know which one, so we just have to try them until we find it. We also have limited air because they cut our air hose. So you can die at this point, but if you're doing it the speedrun way... Oh, we got best RNG again. Let's go. If you're doing it the speedrun way, then you're not going to die. You have plenty of time to check all 7. Okay, we pick up a ladder that we can't see. Use that ladder. Climb up. We're going to pick that ladder back up. Then we're going to open the stone thing. Use an orichalcum bead.
That doesn't seem to work.
Use an orichalcum bead. There you go. That lights up the room, now we can see. We're going to do one more mini puzzle, which is the inverse of whatever the last puzzle was. Oops. Now we're going to use orichalcum. That opens the door. Got to remember to pick up these discs. And now we're in another labyrinth. This is also RNG. All of the rooms are randomized. Okay, we got a great room to get early on. Nazi squishing music incoming. My favorite music from the game. So that might not have looked like it did anything for us, but it'll give us an item later. These grates can go to several different places. They can go to items, or this is phenomenal RNG, Jesus. They can go to this area, which has an item that you can only get by going through a grate. So that was amazing. This is most likely the machine room, but we'll check it anyway. Because there is a possibility that it is not the machine room, but it usually is. We'll come back to that when we've got a few more items. Don't really want to go through this grate, but we're going to. See where it leads. Nowhere. It leads nowhere. Okay, there's a grate there. We'll check that later, because we got to come back this way. Okay, we're going to use the ladder here. Pick up the cup. Pick up the ladder. Leave there. So now we just need a stone statue head, and then we can get some lava and go to the machine room after that. Still other items we need as well, like the one in this room. We are going to go here and pick up a very important item called a rib cage. Why do we need a rib cage, you ask? Why, of course, it's because we need to combine that rib cage with some bubble gum to make a crab trap. Obviously. So now we'll go and check out that the grate in the hallway that we didn't go in before. There we go. Hoping for a fortuitous shortcut. And it is not. It's actually a very bad shortcut. But that's okay. Okay, we've got statue head. Perfect. That's everything we need for the lava. There's still one more room that we're missing. This one. Hey, I think we got everything. Except for the crab room. We need the crab room still. We're going to go here. This is hopefully the lava room. Nope, it is the crab room. We'll take that. We're going to place down a crab trap. This little crabby here is going to come and hang out in that little crab trap. Thank you. Now we just need to find the lava room, and then we're good to go. There it is. All right, we got a just phenomenal RNG. I don't know how that happened. Got to do that in reverse order. Cup first, then head. And now we should be good to go back to the machine room, use our items there, and then head on to the next section. That was an incredibly good section for this labyrinth RNG. Use this spoked wheel up here. We're going to go up the stairs and use the lava-filled cup with the funnel at the top. That is going to make us a bunch of orichalcum beads. Back down the steps. We're going to grab this spoked wheel again. Grab all the beads in the disc. And then we're going to head out. That is probably the fastest I've ever done this section. Okay, we're going to get into one encounter here, but we're just going to run away. We're going to play it safe, but normally you can just click and run immediately. We're going to just wait and say the dialogue. And then we're going to go in this room, exit this room, and then just walk past it. It's a nice little skip there. Don't have to do an entire puzzle. Pick up this last piece where we squish the Nazi, part of the statue that fell and broke. Say hi to Sophia as we leave Sophia behind in jail. It's fine. We go to the canal. This is where that crab comes in handy. This little burp from the octopus. Use the orichalcum in the crab. It turns into automaton, and now we can go over here. Place the sunstone for just a second, and that opens up that passage. Keep going left, place the moonstone here once we get over there. And now we are briefly going to get off of the crab. Go grab one more item. Come back down to the crab. Then we're going to use the final stone, the world stone. Then we will hop off the crab for the last time and move on to another puzzle. Use the ladder here so that we can climb up. Open up the chest plate here, and then we're going to place a bunch of pieces.
It's a broke.
Do that. That's going to lower that arm there. Put the chain on each arm. Climb back up. We're going to rearrange the gears a little bit. Use another orichalcum. That pulls down the door and gives us a hinge pin to pick up. Got a nice long walk here for a little bit. This room has a lot more to do in it if you are on a different path, but since we are on the fifth path, we just walk through it, nothing happens. Scepter there, and then we can head on back out. There's a digging machine here that we're going to be using. I'm going to put some orichalcum in it. And then we're going to use some levers here.
It's working.
Okay. Nobody panic. Everything is fine. This is all under control. We're going to go diving into the lava, and it's okay. Because Indiana Jones is cool and jumped out beforehand. So we're just going to continue on like nothing even happened. Now we have a door labyrinth maze that is very, very easy to navigate because it is always the same. And then we get to do some more memorization. So the thing on the wall back there. That's what we're going to be memorizing. We need sun bottom, moon bottom right, volcano top. Which I think moon, we just don't move. So sun bottom, volcano top. I don't even know if we have to move volcano. We might have just gotten super good RNG on that as well. Now we're going to do a lava puzzle. I have to be very careful here. This route is not great. Think that works? Let me double check. Okay, yeah, I think so. Because if we do this wrong, we die and the run is over. Yes, okay. We're on to the last section now. We finally made it to the very center of the Atlantean city, where there is a machine that makes people into gods. This is where that memorization comes in. We want sun bottom. Wow, yeah, that was the best RNG almost that I could have possibly had. Amazing. Unfortunately, the Nazis followed us again. So now we have to try and get out of this situation. Which we're going to do by doing a lot of talking. And time is going to be coming up shortly. Alright, we got rid of one of the Nazis. We do 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, time. And that's the run.
Prepare to feel my wrath.
So, not a PB, however, very close to a PB. And also,
You think mere cages could trap the mighty Nurab-Sal
we turn
in his own city?
Sophia, who has the necklace of Nurab-Sal, into
Silence, animal.
Nurab-Sal, the actual god. And Sophia is now gone. And this is the ending. This is the good ending.
Sophia!
Doesn't seem like a great ending, but it's the good ending. We turn Sophia into a god. Not a PB, but dang close to a PB. So my PB is a 38 something. If I hadn't spent so much time on a couple of the different sections, I absolutely could have PB'd this. And that would have been absurd. Very good run, though.
Nice job.
But yeah, thank you for having me. Hope you all enjoyed the run. I'm enbyzee. You can find me on Twitch at enbyzee. Shoutouts to the Speedy Adventures Discord, where we run all sorts of point-and-click games. They're extremely helpful, extremely kind. Highly recommend joining them if you're ever interested in any point-and-click game. Please, please, please check them out. And shoutouts to my partner Al, who is in chat. Alphametrical, wonderful, wonderful being, who I love and who supports me so much. Thank you, everybody.
Alrighty,
Hope
thank
have a
you
good rest
so
of the event,
much. That was
and
a
take care.
great run to get us started. Certainly an even greater run to get past my little foibles at the top of the hour. We'll go to setup time and get set up for the next one. Stay with us.